Hey everyone, it's Amanda and Monica Lumi. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you another great design by our very good friend, 5Kids Cause Chaos on Instagram. She has become very dear to our hearts and pretty much just become part of Amanda and Monica Lumi. So we just love to do her tutorials for her. And like I said, she's just pretty much become part of us. So I just really don't feel the need anymore to kind of show her her page on Instagram because we've shown it so much and you guys really know who she is. So from here on out, I'll just mention who she is and you guys already know who she is. So anyway, this design that we are going to be showing today, we're so excited about. When we saw it on her page, we were like, Joe, we have got to do this design. It's amazing. It's actually named after a song. It's called Love Me Like You Do. It's actually on the radio right now. You guys have probably heard it by one of Monica and I, one of our favorite artists. And apparently it's one of Joe's favorite artists as well, Ellie Goulding. And Love Me Like You Do is her new song. It's out right now. So if you haven't heard it, go check it out on iTunes and have a listen. We actually both have it out on our iTunes library on repeat right now, so we're listening to it over and over and over. So if it wasn't for iTunes copywriting, I'd probably have it playing in the background for you right now, and you guys could have a listen to it. So anyway, check it out on your own. But this is the design. It is a hook only design. This one is actually kind of a Valentine's Day-ish kind of look. This one, I just kind of grabbed some bands out of a bag, of bands. So I just have like a bag that I carry up and downstairs with me that's just full of bag of bands, and I just kind of hit or miss with those. And then this one is actually one that Joe didn't. Oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight. This is the color combination that Joe did in her demonstration for us. And I believe this is actually the one that's on her page in her color combination. This one is pearl pink, glitter white, and chameleon gray. And when I made this bracelet and when she was doing her demonstration as well, it's very, very, very hard when you have a white in addition to a chameleon color that you don't get these bands mixed up. It was actually kind of fun. So it's like when you hold it, my hands are kind of warm right now. Let me see if I can get it to do it. When you actually hold it in your hand, the bands will change on you. And my hands were really hot that night that I was making this bracelet, and I was like, oh gosh, what color is this band? And no, they're not doing it tonight. It's kind of crazy. But the gray bands are from the Chameleon pack, and they will change colors on you. So this one is very, very pretty, very an elegant look. This one I used, I don't remember what this pack is called. It's a turquoise, I think turquoise medieval. This is out of the Sweets collection. I believe it's the orange and then the mother of pearl. This one is metallic silver, the jelly red, and once again I used the glitter white silicone pack. I love those glitter whites. So, and then for today you'll need your hook and a C-clip. And for this design, it's best to have 3 colors. Obviously you can use as many colors as you want, but 3 colors, since there's about 3 steps, I believe it's best to have 3 colors. Then you can just kind of, it's easily to keep your steps in order. So for today, I'm going to be using the silk collection, one of the silk collections, the hot pink. This one is the medieval 600 count fuchsia. And then the Sweets white. All right. So you guys go get everything ready, and as usual, come back and we'll meet up. Alrighty. So I'm going to just use this one as a guide to refer back to you, to refer back to, so I can kind of pinpoint and show you which bands I'm replacing with. The glitter gold, I am not using glitter gold. I'm kind of stumbling over my words today, as you can see. But I promise, even though that this design is based on a song, I promise I will not sing today. Maybe. So we're going to be using the glitter white. Did I say glitter gold earlier today too? Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll be using glitter white for these. No, these are the sweets, Amanda. We'll be using the sweets to replace the glitter white. How about that? All right. So we will start off. Let me make sure I'm on film, because I wouldn't want to be off film and then you guys be like, half of your video was not even on the camera, so what the heck were you doing? All right. Cat band. Pull through. I'm going to try to calm myself down and not be all crazy on this tutorial for y'all. Standard on hook only design. All right. So what we're going to do, pull this off, grab that cat band, put it back on our hook, and that's what you should have. All right, I am going to zoom in just a little bit better. There we go. So what I'm going to be replacing now, the red on here, I'm going to be replacing with the hot pink silks. So I'm going to grab that. We're going to grab both of these two bands, take it over, and then we're going to grab, make sure you have the outside band, not the capped band, the outside band, replace and replace. That's what you should have. And I am using a double-ended hook. You can use your Rainbowloom hook. This is where you would pinch it and flip it if you were using a Rainbowloom hook. But I'm just going to slide down. We're going to push these bands out of the way. We're not going to worry about these right now. We're going to take this one off. Grab that cap band and replace this one. Like I said, these are out of the way. We're going to grab our hot pink silk. Take those off. Make sure you have not the cap band, but that outside band. Replace. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bands on your hook right now. I kind of move these out so you guys can just see the hook. Okay? So at this point, we're going to cross these two bands in the middle. And whichever way you cross them, they need to be the same way all the way up the hook, because we're going to continue to cross bands up the hook, or as our hook, as they continue to grow on our hook, however you want to say that. Okay, so now we've got 2 sections. We've got 3 here, and we have 3 here. So we're going to pick a different color. This is where our third color is going to come in. For me, it's the medieval fuchsia. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3 bands, put all of those bands on that hook, and I'm going to only pick up this very last band and replace it on there along with that other fuchsia. Should look like that. Then we are going to slide to the other side. Move these out of the way. We're only going to pick up these 3. Grab another fuchsia, whatever color you're using. Pick up 3. Grab that outside band. Replace with the fuchsia as well. Now here's the first step. Here's the second step that we did, and then we're going to do one more step before we start to repeat the pattern. You're going to grab the color that you started out with. Mine is the Sweets White. And what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these bands, which you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bands again. And we're going to replace all of those onto one band. I kind of just gotta grab them in sections to get them on there. I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way. Get them on there. Now we're gonna reclaim some bands. We're gonna reclaim the very first band, one, and the very last band. They should both be fuchsia for me. Okay? And we're just gonna kind of get her back into shape here. So this is what you should have. Now it's very important that these bands stay crossed, just like this, when you're pulling it off the hook. Because let me show you. You probably don't notice it, but there's a little bit of a goof up on this one. There are some bands that you can see how in here, how they look kind of lopsided, how some of them go in, some of them go out. Well, there's a certain way that these bands have to be stitched. And I'm going to show you the actual way that that needs to be done. That's why it's important that these bands stay crossed like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab, for me, it's going to be the hot pink again. And we're only going to grab these 2 bands. But it's very important that they stay crossed, because when we replace, we're only going to replace this one band along with this one. But this band here, the fuchsia, has to stay on the inside. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to pull these over. Try to get these out of the way. Okay. And this is how it should look when you're crossing it over and you're laying it. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull that one up and replace that one. And you can see how this band is tucked. Oh, I'm way off. You can see how this band is tucked on the inside of that white band. Well, let me show you what can happen and what did happen to me a couple times and when I was getting the stitch wrong. I'm going to put this back on my hook and show you. And you can already see that this one has kind of worked out of the pattern. Okay, so, and that's okay. If it works out, just make sure that you hook it correctly. All right, so what can happen is when you are pulling this across your hook, sometimes you can grab both of those, pinch those, and what happens this band can actually come over here, and when you replace this, it can stay out here and kind of be loose. And this is how we do not want it to be. This is the incorrect stitch. So I'm going to show you again how it needs to be correct. All right. So we're going to start like this. Pulling the bands, making sure that that crossed band is staying crossed. Replacing that outside band and that one as well. And I'm making sure that that band is tucked in there. Just like that. All right, now we're going to move to the other side and just repeat the process. And you can see that this is coming off of that. That's supposed to be crossed. So I'm just going to cross it. One thing that I have learned in order to make this secure that happens is I just pull this over like that. And then I just kind of make that lay there, and I still have this in my hand. And I work this down, put that back up like that, and then there. I know that that's on the inside. And then we are pretty much back to where we started, to where we are going to be crossing these bands. Okay? So I'm going to look down here. When I crossed it, I took this band over this band. So that's what I'm going to do now. And this is where I added my fuchsia. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be pulling all these 3 bands, 1, 2, 3. And picking up that outside band and replacing that band as well. And that's what you should have. Slide down to the other side. Try not to drill the end of the hook into your hand. Remember, these are going to stay out of the way. Pick up that outside band and replace. And then you can see your 2 X's in the middle. Okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our white sweets, pull everything through. This is where we're going to grab the first band and that last band, and also the white band. All right, now we are back to these outside bands, grabbing the hot pink again. Once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quickly. Slide. And I'm making sure that that band is crossed. And that band is tucked inside. just like so. And we are going to cross these bands again. This band is crossed over that way. So I'm going to cross that way, and I'm back to my fuchsias. These are going to be those three are out of the way. Pull these 3, 1, 2, 3. You can slide those there down a little bit to loosen that tension. Pull that one back up. That one back up. We're going to slide to the other side. Pull these 3 out of the way. I feel like I'm all over the place. Maybe I'm zoomed in too close. I don't know. Let me back up a little bit so I'm not all over the place. Fuchsias again. 1, 2, 3. Picking up the last band. And usually the way that I tell to see what color I need is I go by what's not there. I've got fuchsia, I've got hot pink, so I don't have a white. And that's what I'm going to go with. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way, but sometimes it does. Alright, we'll walk you through the step one more time. We're going to pick up this first band and the last band. And this will be the last time we do these steps. We'll let you finish on your own. Okay, this is where we're going to grab the hot pink. Holding that. Making sure that band is on the inside. Capturing that back on there. And that's on there as well. I'm going to just kind of make sure that's even Steven. We're going to slide to the other side. Move these out of the way and work on this side. Pull this up, flip that over, replace and replace. That's what you should have. We're going to cross. What color do I not have? I don't have a fuchsia, so that's where I'm going to do these. Okay, move these 3 out of the way. Pick up all 3. And pick up that last band. Okay. Slide to the other side. Break on through to the other side. I should be singing the other song. Love me like you do. That was it. That was it. That's all you got. It's the most you're going to get from me from that song. I just don't have the range on that one. Alright, and we are back to almost square one. I'm going to pull the white through. I'm going to leave you on your own. Pull through. Uh-oh. Here we go. And pick up the first. Hope I'm still on camera. Okay, first. And look, we've had one sneak underneath there. How dare he? And there we go. Alright, just like that. So I'm going to finish my bracelet on my hook, and I'll probably listen to Love Me Like You Do on my iPod while I'll finish this bracelet. I'll probably listen to it a couple times, put it on repeat, listen to a couple other songs as well as I finish this, and you finish yours, and come back and we'll close it off. You know what? And it's very simple. You guys probably know how to do this. We'll get to a certain point. We'll pull 2 bands through and add a seat clip, and that will be it. See me back in a few. I'm back, guys, and I have the bracelet the length that I would like. And to close it off, the best way to end it is the same color bands that you started with. So I'm going just to close it with the Sweets White. And I'm going to use 2. If you know us, you know that we always like to close with 2 bands. Doesn't matter which bracelet that we're making, if it's a loom bracelet or a hook bracelet. Just get those bands in order. And for this one, I'm actually going to be using a wide C-clip because I have lots of wide bracelets. Well, sorry, lots of wide bands. Just going to close this off, secure it. And there we have it. I love it. I actually really like how this one turned out with these, the dark and the light pink. Turned out really pretty. Here's another variation with the chameleon pink and glitter white. And then here's this one. So this one is a little bit longer. So this one will be going to Monica. This one might be going to my daughter, but I'm keeping this one for myself. And then we have this one as well. This one's a little bit Valentine's-y, so I may be wearing this one on Valentine's Day. So, as usual, always comment, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And then on Instagram, follow us there. All of our links to our social media are in the description box. And follow Joe. Hashtag Amanda and Monica are Loomy and 5 Kids Cause Chaos. Tag us both on our Instagram page. Bracelets I'm wearing. This is the lattice bracelet designed by Adele Griffith. There's that. You can see that wonderful design. And then this one I believe is the fishbone. And this was designed by Official Rainbowloom. Love this one. This one fits perfect on my arm. I love the way that it lays. And this one as well. So this one is on Official Rainbowloom channel, and this one is on our channel. So you guys have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you're at, and happy looming. Loom for a cause.